Hello, 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 YouTubers. This is LTG here once again to discuss and give my full review and thoughts on the WrestleMania 30 pay per view. Altogether, I thought the show was good. It had a lot of great moments and a huge major shocker, too. I'm pretty sure you guys already know about it. So, with that said, let's get into the best moments and matches. And as I go further in this review, I will be giving the matches a rating of between 1 to 5 stars. So, from the worst to the best, of course, and talking about awesome moments and promos. So, let's jump right into it. The pre show match, and I promise to keep this one short, was, of course, the Los Matadores versus Ryback versus the Real Americans and the Usos for the tag team titles. Now, I will admit, I thought this match was going to be short. I didn't think it would be much, but it actually surprised me. It was good. It was a really good match. The Usos retained, like I thought they would, and also featured what I thought was the breakup of the Real Americans. But overall, the pre show, I'll give it a 3 out of 5. Moving on to the main show now, the beginning of the night came when Hulk Hogan came out to the ring and did his normal thing that he does, let me tell you something, brother, and, dude, and all that stuff. And so then comes the Texas Rattlesnake Stone Cold out to a huge pop, and he acknowledged Hogan for everything that he did in the business from, WrestleMania 1, WrestleMania 30 to up to now and things like that, his contributions to the business. And all of a sudden we all got a big surprise when my favorite, you guys already know from my last video, out comes The Rock. And I honestly thought it was going to be some kind of via satellite message or something like that. I'm glad that it wasn't. I'm glad that he actually showed up to the event and things like that. And the promo was good as always. But having those three in the same ring together at the same time was most definitely a legendary WrestleMania moment for sure. Next up was the first match of the night on the main card, and in my opinion, was the best match of the night. Triple H versus Daniel Bryan stole the show. This match was great, and Bryan definitely showed that he can hang with an A-plus player like Triple H. And after the match, of course, Triple H attacked Daniel Bryan, which we all saw coming, putting him in a tough situation for the title match later in the night. But regardless, it was a great performance by these two talents. It was good. It was a great match. It was everything I thought it would be. Great match by these two. So I give this a 5 out of 5. The second match was The Shield versus the New Age Outlaws and Kane. This match was quite short. Quite short. I don't even think it lasted 10 minutes. It had to have been 5 minutes or a little over that. Maybe I give it 6 tops. This match was short. It was mainly quick tag after quick tag, and the Shield pretty much dominated the entire thing. So I don't even think that the New Age Outlaws and Kane barely got any kind of offense in, but it was alright. So I give it a 2 out of 5. Following that match, there was a short segment with Jim Duggan, Sergeant Slaughter, and Ricky Steamboat playing with toys, and it also had an appearance by Ted DiBiase and Ron Simmons. The damn moments are always funny to me. They always make me laugh out loud, but other than that, I enjoyed that segment. Now, moving on to the third match was the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. This match surprised me a lot because of the fact that my personal favorite to win the match was the Big Show, but I was actually happy with the results, and Cesaro won the match. This clearly shows that big things are to come for him in 2014, and I hope that WWE doesn't mess this up and they use this opportunity to build a new star. They desperately need them. So I'm happy that he won it. I've been watching Cesaro for a long time. I know him as Claudio Castagnoli from ROH, one half of the Kings of Wrestling. So big things are to come for him. So I give the match a 3 out of 5. The fourth match next up is Bray Wyatt versus John Cena. It was cool at the beginning with Mark Crozer. I hope I'm pronouncing that right, but Mark Crozer and his band playing the Wyatt family out while they were making their WrestleMania entrance. It was cool. It made that match much, much better. And of course, Cena got booed like he usually does. There's no love here for Cena. Nobody loves John Cena except for the Chirins. Hell, I was booing the man myself. But there was little interference from Rowan and Harper, and Wyatt was in Cena's head of course, during the match a lot. Plus, the crowd was super into it. They were singing, got the whole world in his hands, and they were chanting like crazy. They were super into this match. But of course, in the end, Super Cena prevails, and but in my opinion, Bray Wyatt looked very good in this bout and came out looking strong. And I'm hoping that he has a good 2014 as well. I've been watching him since NXT. I love his character. I love his promo work. He's probably one of the best on the mic right now in WWE. But go ahead and give it a 3.5 out of 5. Love the match though. After the commercial break, there was a commercial break between that, and Howard Finkel introduced the 2014 Hall of Fame inductees. Paul Bearer's sons came out on behalf of Paul Bearer, Mr. T, and Kim. Mr. T's Hall of Fame speech, really, he talked about his mother for 45 minutes. I mean, it was a nice little tribute to his mother, but come on now, my mama, my mama, my mama, every 5 seconds. No, come on, man. But anyway, Carlos Colon, Jake Roberts, Lita, Razor Ramon, and the Ultimate Warriors music hit, and he comes out last to be introduced. I love that. The next match was probably the most shocking thing that has ever happened in WrestleMania history. Wrestling, period. This was a huge thing. Brock Lesnar has defeated The Undertaker to finally end the streak. I was speechless. I didn't even know what to think. I thought this was some kind of fluke or maybe some kind of late April Fool's joke or something like that. But this is something I thought I would never see. I was just speechless. That's all I could say about the whole thing. But where do we go from here? I just never thought I would see that. That's something I thought I would never see. And personally, I feel that the streak should have never been broken, personally. But there's nothing we can do now. It is what it is. It's officially over, and The Undertaker is 21-1. So where do we go from here? And I was assuming that The Undertaker and Sting were going to face off at WrestleMania 31, but who knows if that's happening or not. But my guess is that The Undertaker is finally going to retire, but we'll see on the Raw after WrestleMania. So I'll give this a 4 out of 5. And right afterwards, I feel so sorry for the Divas. The Divas Invitational match followed. I don't know why they did those Divas like that. Directly after The Undertaker lost, the crowd pretty much didn't care for it. I know I didn't. The crowd shitted on this match, in my opinion. They were chanting for Undertaker the whole time. They didn't care. I was still in shock over what had happened moments earlier, but AJ Lee retained the title, and after making Naomi tap out, it was all right. I guess WWE thought it would be better to use this match as filler and for the fans to get themselves together for the main event and things like that, but I give this one a 1 out of 5. This match was the worst of the night, in my opinion. Um, After this match, there was a segment with Mean Gene Okerlund and Mr. T, Hogan, Piper, and Orndorff, and they were talking about the first WrestleMania main event, and Piper and Mr. T shook hands, and it was a pretty cool moment. Moving forward was the main event between a hurt Daniel Bryan, Batista, and the champion, the reigning champion, Randy Orton, who had Rev Theory playing him out to the ring. This match had crazy spots. Like, there was one point in the match where there was a combination of a power bomb from Batista and an RKO from Orton onto Bryan onto the announcer table. Bryan doing a dive onto the entire Authority. That was cool. And even though Triple H tried everything he could to keep Bryan from the title, at the end of the night, yes, 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 Daniel Bryan prevailed and finally won the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. It was a great moment, you guys, with the confetti and the pyro and all of that. It was a great. This was a true WrestleMania moment for Bryan, and I'm proud of him for doing this. I've been watching him for years as well on the Indies. So I guess we can all finally say that the yes era has begun, and I give this a 4 out of 5. Now, this is my final verdict. Overall, like I said at the beginning of the video, I thought that WrestleMania was a very good show. It was very, very good. I thought it was well put together, and I enjoyed the show very much. That's all I can say. It was a roller coaster ride of emotions, that was for sure. So to give this entire show, wrap it all up, and give it an honest rating, I give the show a 4 out of 5. It was a great show. I loved it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this review. I'll be back in my next video, reviewing the Raw after WrestleMania, NXT, TNA, SmackDown, and I'll also be talking about Jeff Jarrett's new Global Force Pro Wrestling promotion, and I'm also excited about that. So with that said, like and subscribe, and thanks a lot for watching, everyone. LTG out.